Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. Mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. It's Tuesday, so it's my song ditty day. Rock and roll is here to stay, it will never die. It was meant to be that way, though I don't know why. I don't care what people say, rock and roll is here to stay. We don't care what people say, rock and roll is here to stay. Rock and roll will always be our ticket to the end. It'll go down in history, just you watch, my friend. Rock and roll will always be, it'll go down in history. Rock and roll will always be, it'll go down in history. If you don't like rock and roll, think what you've been missing. But if you like to bop and stroll, come on now, let's listen. Everybody have a ball, everybody rock and roll, come on and rock. Whoa, baby, rock. Whoa, baby, rock. Oh, baby, rock. Everybody rock and roll. Everybody rock and roll. Everybody rock and roll. Everybody rock and roll. Yeah, keep rocking in the free world. All right. Thank you, Danny and the juniors, for that one. All right, the word for the day is heart magic. We work on different kinds of magic that we have, and heart magic is emotional magic. Each one of us probably has certain emotions that we can access in a positive way. And even if you think about what we thought was negative emotions, it's appropriate sometimes to access your sadness, your anger, your fear. And in a certain way, it's a kind of talent to be able to allow it to be in your life and express it, right? Access it appropriately, express it adequately, and there you go. All right, so think about it, reflect on it, elevate the conversation with your friends, or let me know what you're thinking, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking. All right, always begin with an honor of the Iyengar lineage, and what I've learned from Mr. Iyengar, of course, is yoga is a natural tranquilizer. It can be done without a lot of equipment and without a heavy financial investment. It makes it really, really accessible. To me, it's the greatest thing that can ever happen to a person. It makes you feel so good, as if all of a sudden you're possessed by the spirit of wholeness. And besides, chemical satori is possible, but it's perishable. It teaches you the coming attractions, but it's not the main feature. And that's the work you have to do on yourself. And because media has always cheapened what I call the psychotechnologies, making it woo-woo and creating a cultural bias against mystical introspection. But yoga doesn't do that, so I would suggest you go into that. Now, real blessing comes from your heart, not from your mouth. And in general, I would say learn to go to bat for a good cause, because then you can pull out all the stops. When you give your life over to something bigger than yourself, right, you leave the original condition and you find your own life source. Joseph Campbell calls it following your bliss. That means you choose work that you enjoy to do. It doesn't dampen your natural liveliness. It doesn't squelch it. It doesn't criticize it. It doesn't put your emotions down or your sexuality. So when you understand this, you start to train your mind in order to change your brain. And you train your mind like you'd train your biceps. You have to put practice into it. You're going to willfully direct whether or not things will flower or wither in your life. And then the key is, of course, to give yourself permission to allow things to be just as they are, because in fact, that's how they are, whether you like it or not. Resistance locks in the bad feeling rather than allowing yourself to experience change, which is a natural process. So do that. Bring things to life, and remember the vitality of a vital person vitalizes. And then this is the most important thing you'll probably ever hear from me or anybody else. There's only the stream of well-being, whether you allow it or diminish it. Just remember, take the path of least resistance, because that always feels good. Have a great day.